Like,
okay, how do you pronounce Nijmegen?
Nijmegen.
Nijmegen.
Oh, there you go.
What is it? Nijmegen?
Nijmegen.
Nijmegen?
Nijmegen.
You're making it sound Polish or something.
What is it?
Nijmegen.
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 Yeah.
That sounds good.
Nijmegen.
Nijmegen.
Okay.
We keep this.
You're keeping all this, are you? Alright.
Do, yeah.
We're Blitz Kids, we're in Nijmegen. I'm Jono, that's Joe. And we're doing an interview.
How did the adventure start for Blitz Kids back in 2006?
The adventure started when myself and Jono and Nick just decided to start a band together because we all went to school together, and it just so happened that we played the right combination of instruments that we could be in a band together. I did start off as a drummer, and so did Jono, and then Jono decided he would prefer to play guitar because that's what he started playing, and I just decided to be a singer because I'm lazy and I don't want to carry any drums. I just want to carry microphones. That's easiest. So I decided to be a singer, and then Nick's always played bass, and yeah, we just started a band together. It was kind of just the normal thing to do, really. We all lived on the same street, didn't we?
We
So
did.
it's just like the closest person that I knew that played in a band also. So just started a band together.
And have you been in bands before, or how did you actually start making music? Like,
Yeah, we were in bands before, weren't we?
Loads of bands. Some
Mostly like cover bands and stuff at first, like in school.
questionably named bands.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch and Sniff, Apparitions of a Pie Boy, Not Shibby.
I was in a band called One Lady Owner, which is a reference to when you're trying to sell a car, and you say that there's only been one lady owner. Like, I don't know why we call our band that. I think we might have seen it on an advert in a magazine and we decided it was a good name. I was in a band called For Love Nor Money.
I was in a band called The Shadows Will Always Prevail.
so wow, that's quite a name.
Pretty brutal, so.
Well, obviously a lot of things have happened since then. You've toured with Drugs, Mayday Parade, Tonight Alive, and now you're on the road with Arcane Roots. What's it like to be the support act of those awesome bands?
It's great, we don't have to play for as long. Only have to play for half an hour, which is easier for us.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to expose people to our music that wouldn't necessarily check us out, because I'm guessing that most people here on these shows are here for the main band, so I personally relish the opportunity to be able to play music to people that have never heard us before, because I think that's cool. And if they like it, then, you know, one person comes down that's never heard of us before and they leave and they like us and they buy a CD, then, you know, or even if they don't buy a CD, they just go home and check us out, then that's
That's true. Yeah.
job done,
Can
achieved.
imagine.
Jobs of fish.
Do you see a European headline tour happening anytime soon though? Or will you release an album first, or?
We're going to release an album in January, and then we're going to tour Europe, headline it. I think what we'll probably do is we'll do another support tour over here, honestly, and then after that we'll do a headline run.
Okay. The album we're talking about now, shouldn't it be released by now? Like,
It should
in
be.
the
Should have been released 2 years ago.
It should have been released 2 years ago. I mean, we finished it a year ago. Pretty much a year ago, like now. Like
Almost to the day.
almost to the day we finished it, like a year ago, but
Okay, so what happened? I mean,
just
The industry's a crazy
it just
place.
takes time to put out records these days. You know, you used to be able to just give an album to a record label and they would put it out straight away, and now it takes
It's hard.
takes a run up, doesn't it? And you need
It's
to
hard
get
because
everything in place.
It's our first major label release, and obviously we've never had distribution for anywhere other than the UK before. And like, so they're setting up distribution in the US, distribution in Europe, distribution in Australia,
If
Asia.
we released it in the UK, then you guys could obviously get it through iTunes.
yeah.
But
You have to
I
have
personally
else.
like buying CDs still.
Yeah,
I mean,
same,
call me
yeah.
old fashioned, but a lot of people like buying CDs. So you would have to buy it from the UK and pay like the same amount as you paid for the CD just to ship it over here.
Yeah.
So we just didn't want to do that, and we want to make sure that you guys can buy it in record stores around here, so that, you know, so we have to get a distributing deal to do that, and now we have one. So, and this tour has been beneficial towards that. In terms
We've been
of people
meeting
that
all
come,
the
we've been
people
meeting
and
the
that.
people and sort of getting distributors, and now we can actually put it out in Europe and stuff like that. And you know, in terms of like I know Germany especially can't view videos on YouTube or something. And
Vivo, mate.
is it
Vivo?
No, they can't view it. They can't view them on YouTube.
We were
And
trying to
so
view
now
the
we've done a
1975
deal
one.
with we've done a deal with Vivo so that our videos can be played in Germany. So like,
Oh, that's way better, yeah.
yeah, because loads of people are writing us saying we can't see it. You know,
Yeah,
we're
if
in
we
this
have a
place,
Vivo
whatever.
exclusive, then like
Yeah, then they.
it's
Then,
only UK exclusive or something. We
Yeah.
couldn't view the 1975 one we were trying to watch. It said
Yeah.
like not available in this country. We're like, oh.
Yeah. So that's just kind of what we've been doing, and it takes a bit of time, but in the end, it's better for everybody. I think that we get it released to everyone at the same time. Otherwise, it's just not fair.
Yeah, oh well, okay. Do the new singles give us like, are they representative of the rest of the album, or do you think we can expect a lot of other things as well?
I wouldn't say they were.
Not really.
I wouldn't say they were like, you know, representative of the whole album in terms. I mean, they're the bread and butter of what we're about is what we've released so far. You know, we've always been a rock band. We've always been a
Then you've got to put meat on top of that and the cheese.
yeah.
Some salad maybe as well.
Sometimes you need a little bit of salsa, and salsa's not very heavy. It's quite light.
Or
so
just
sometimes it's
smash
a
a load of hot sauce all over it as well.
Exactly. Sesame seeds sometimes on the bun.
Yeah.
You know, variation. That's what's key at the end of the day.
They're pretty
And
good.
we like to create a full palette
Mhm.
with the meals that we are serving up to you.
Well,
Vis-a-vis our music.
yeah, we've released 2 proper rock songs, but
I think
It's not
mainly
one.
we just released those 2 songs just to see if people liked them. I mean, we never really think about what songs we're going to release in terms of like, there's no tactics to it with us. Like we just,
names in a hat.
whatever, like we like all the songs, and you know, whatever our label or our manager says that they think would be good to release. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but
Yeah, you're going to release them anyway.
yeah, I mean, for me, we've got an album with like 12 tracks on it, and
Could release them all, couldn't we?
I could easily release any of them. I just, you know, I'm always a bit like, when someone says like, oh, we've got 12 songs and they're all singles and stuff like that. Like, I don't think all of them are massive singles, but not everybody wants a massive single. At the end of the day, like, I think there's definitely like a huge, bigger picture in terms of like the album. Like these 2 are just like some heavy songs that we released. The next single we're going to release is like the fastest song we've ever written, and then, you know, we gave away a free download the other day, a song called 2 Lives, which is like the slowest song we've ever written. I don't know, we just
Makes
write
it
what we
all
like, don't we? And
Keeping you on your toes.
we just write what we like and just throw it out there, and hopefully people like it too.
Will there be any collaborations on the new album, or?
No, there's no collaborations on this record.
We had like about 5 people lined up to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we kind of made a decision. They were all going to come into the studio, like obviously not on the same day. We'd arranged to have people in the studio, and then we just pulled the plug on everything because we wanted it to just be us, and we didn't want to be like a band that were like, oh,
We didn't want to just like
featuring,
use artists that were bigger than ourselves, because you know the people we were talking about working with, they were great artists and they were like loads bigger than us, like famous wise or whatever, or just bigger bands, and we didn't want that to kind of overshadow what we were trying to do, because you know, say we did a song with Patrick Stump or Brendan Urie, some people would only give a shit about that song because they were singing on it, and you know, they're not the sort of people that we really need as fans, and that's not what we're like as people. So we just kind of wanted to do our own thing and make sure that we got an album under our belt that was 100% ours. And then if people don't like it, then maybe we'll resort to getting in some big names on the next record.
Huge.
But in the future, which artist would you like to work with? Like, it could be like a tour, or indeed a song on an album, or...
In the future,
You can pick anyone.
I personally really want to work with the Neptunes, who like the producers, Pharrell Williams and Chad, just because I've just been a massive fan of all the records they've done, so I just think it would be cool. That's like a realistic goal, where you know, even if it's just on one song, I would love to work with those guys, just because creatively I think we would make something really sick.
Maybe David Bowie.
Quite ambitious, well.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What do you think are the biggest changes since Never Die?
Production.
I think the production's gone up.
Production on Never Die was incredible.
Yeah.
We really that was. We tried something out on that record that we've never been happy with anything that we previously released. I mean, it never died. It was exactly how we wanted it to sound, perfect. But kind of we wanted to kind of step it up and be like put more
keep pushing yourselves.
Yeah.
So we just pushed ourselves further with this one and just up the production in terms of. I don't really know a lot about production. I just wanted to put crazy instruments on it and really experiment, and we had the opportunity to play loads of different instruments and stuff. In terms of like our songwriting is like definitely improved, just because me and Jono and Nick and Matt have just like spent so much time together over the last like 2 years writing essentially this album, and just living in each other's pockets for the majority of the time because we've been touring so much. But we've come out with some like really good tracks on the back of it because our chemistry's like never been better. And I would just say like realistically Never Die was the proudest I've ever been of anything we've ever released, because it finally felt like we were like moments away from capturing the sound that we've been trying to achieve our whole lives and our whole careers. That was only like a 5 or 6 track, 6-track album. Yeah. 6-track album, and there's only like a small little CD, and I was so overwhelmingly like proud of that. And then we got the chance to do an album, and obviously we're going to push ourselves further, and I think we improved as songwriters, and we threw everything into this album. And so now this record is, I feel like we've finally arrived at our point, our sound, and what we've been trying to do for the last like 5 or 6 years is get to find our sound. Essentially every band tries to do that and try, we've never wanted to sound like anybody else, and it's difficult to not sound like anybody else because there's so many other people, there's so many other bands, and I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that would be like, they sound like this, they sound like that, they sound like this, it sounds like this mixed with this, and that's fine, everyone has their opinion. We're only chasing it for our personal love of music and how much we love making music, and all we're trying to do is make music that we love ourselves. And I fucking love this album, and I know you do because he was listening to it in the van on the way here, and the day before, I always overhear it blasting out of his headphones. And that's the shit right there, is making music that you love to listen to yourself. That's what you're trying to do. If other people like it, that's wicked.
Well, I'm excited to hear it. So, do you rather play club shows or festivals?
Either or. Either or.
Yeah.
Club shows are wicked because they're intimate and hot and sweaty, and you can get involved with the crowd, and you're just right there, and it's it's a different kind of passion for the music because everyone's so involved in it, and so like it's just sort of like intimate thing. And festival shows are great as well. I mean, you're not as close to the crowd, and you're a lot further, and you're a lot more distant from what's going on, but I don't know, there's no feeling in the world as good as having like 5,000 people sing the same thing, I mean, why I say that because hopefully in a few years I'll be saying it about 60,000 or 80,000 or something, but so far I think the biggest crowd we've ever played to is like 4,000, 5,000, and there's no better feeling in the world than having that many people sing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Sing your words at you. It's cool.
Are there any British bands you think we should keep an eye on, or?
British bands that are like coming up at the moment, because I mean all the British bands that we love at the moment are quite well known, aren't they?
Yeah, there's some bubbling up.
It's difficult. We can't really say keep an eye on Def Havana. They're going to be massive because they already are huge. Like that, that's one of our favourite records. It's been released this year.
LostAlone.
That's a great one. LostAlone are a band
we've been sent their album. We went on tour with them. They've been on the circuit for ages, but this new album is like incredible, unbelievable. It's like up there with like stadium rock anthems, like the albums that like American Idiot and The Black Parade. Like it's up there with those, like without a doubt. Like Dan Weller produced it.
Definitely incredible job.
And the People, the Poet, as well, because they've just released an album which is just ridiculous. It's the most honest album I've ever heard. They're like
really good concepts. That's the one that you wrote about people's stories.
The narrator, it's called The Narrator, and people send their stories into the band, and they wrote a song about their stories. Like someone
That's
like
pretty cool.
So you should really check it out. Really good.
I will. What does a day in the life of Blitz Kids on tour look like?
Yes.
Beer.
Yeah.
So that's probably lots of fun. But isn't it hard to be away from home, like quite often?
Yeah, it's difficult. A typical day in the life of us is, wake up in a hotel room, pretty hungover, stay in bed as long as possible before like our tour manager's like, you need to be in the van in 10 minutes, and then we'll get up, jump in the shower as quick as possible, and like have maids knocking on the door being like, get out, we need to clean the room.
No.
And then we'll run out, get in the van, and then we'll travel in the van to wherever we're playing. We'll play cards, we'll play FIFA in the van, we'll listen to music, we'll chat, we'll read books. If we've got our laptops charged and we've downloaded Walking Dead or some TV show, then we'll watch that on the way there. And then when we arrive at the venue, we immediately go into the venue. That if the venue has Wi-Fi, we'll be in the venue immediately. Every single one of us on our phones, completely silent, not talking to anybody else, just like this, like texting like friends back home, like checking up stuff, checking Instagram, Twitter, email, things like that. Every single one of us just sat there like this.
Yeah.
Really silent. If the venue doesn't have Wi-Fi, then we'll find a bar that has Wi-Fi and we'll go and drink there and have Wi-Fi. And then essentially that's literally
Every day.
That's just every day.
Every day we play a show.
And then obviously play a show and then get really drunk afterwards, and then the whole cycle starts again.
So your day is like during the night,
Yeah.
basically.
Essentially.
Okay.
Night shift.
Well, this time you were able to fly back because you've shot a new video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did.
For what song was that?
A song called Sometimes that nobody's heard except for the fans that were in the video. And I just burped. As I said a word.
Lovely.
I'm so
Was
sorry.
it fun?
Didn't even notice.
I went,
Didn't even notice. I thought he was being a croaky.
It's for a song called Sometimes, which no one's heard yet. And yeah, well, I mean, previously we did like lyric videos and stuff, didn't we? And like released songs so people could hear it before the video was out, but we're being a bit mysterious
Don't
with
want
this
to
one.
do them anymore.
We're being a bit mysterious with this
Okay,
one, and
lyric
we just
video.
want to shoot the video first and then put it out all at once. So
So
It's
we'll
like-
probably have a lyric video for it as well, won't we?
no,
We're
not
not.
this time. No, last time.
Brilliant.
Straight out video. We shot the video when at the weekend, and it should be out in like 10 days.
Okay,
Really?
cool.
Yeah, it'll be out in like 10 days. It'll be on TV in like 10 days. We'll get first cut in like 4 days, and then it'll come out in like 10 days. Well excited. Got some crazy
Used
shit
to
in it.
me, used to you.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Got some crazy shit in it.
Well,
Got
I
like
can't
people
wait.
dressed up as clowns, people dressed up as panda bears. Fucking it's wild.
I wonder what the song is
Fit
about
birds in
then.
bikinis, isn't it?
Yeah, some beauty queens. The song itself isn't anything to do with the video in the slightest, because the song itself is like I don't want to say it's like an anti-bullying thing, but it's essentially, I was bullied in high school, and this song is literally about me being like, fuck you, I'm doing really well for myself now, and you work in a fucking shit job, and you got 2 kids that you can't support, and you're a knobhead, and whatever. Me just basically being like, suck it.
Must feel good.
Yeah, so that's what the song is about. But I didn't really want to make a video that was, I write really personal lyrics about things that I've experienced, and some bad shit's happened to me, but I don't necessarily want to, if I write a song about that, other people have been through that definitely, and they'll associate with that, and everything I write has always got a positive spin on it, because I don't want to just be like, this happened and it was shit. The way that I view everything in life is that happened, it was shit, but here's the way that I got out of it, and you just got to look forward and stay positive. And so I didn't really want to make a video that was
Too heavy.
yeah, just like depressing, and like, people, you see like anti-bullying campaigns on school, like people get bullied and it's shit, like, but even if you get bullied, if you see like an anti-bullying like advert on TV, you'll be like, this is making me feel rubbish. Like, it's just really shit, so it's kind of like, didn't want to do something too serious, we just wanted to do something fun. So yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see it. It must be fun then.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Are you looking forward to the show tonight?
Yeah, big time. Never
A lot.
played in
Go on. Go on.
You can do it.
Nijmegen?
Almost.
Nijmegen.
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 Nijmegen. Never played here before. Never been here before. So it should be fun.
You have in Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, we've been to Amsterdam before once. That was pretty good reception,
Is
actually.
this the second time you're here, or?
Well, this is the first time we're here.
No,
I
but
think
I
so,
mean
it's
like
like
in
a
this
second
country.
Someone just locked
Someone
us
just locked us
in.
in. Yeah, absolutely did. Doors closed and someone just locked us in the room.
Oh well.
But we'll carry on the interview and then I'll bust us out of here with a brogue kick.
Yeah, we've been to the Netherlands twice. It's our
Okay,
second
twice.
time, but it's our first time in this city.
You've been in Amsterdam before.
Yeah, I've been
But
there.
Melkweg?
Like, yeah, Melkweg.
Melkweg.
It's the G
You
again.
crazy Dutch and your accent.
That's a
Yeah.
cool venue. That's a cool venue. It looked like a level from Call of Duty. Oh, like grass and like camouflage wallings and stuff.
Yeah, was that and with the grass? It was really weird.
Yeah,
It's normally
grass.
not
The
there.
venue is grass. Yeah.
So an AstroTurf.
Never seen that
for
before.
to set up some goals. Think about. We went to.
I was hanging in Eindhoven.
Oh, so that's 3 shows.
3 shows then, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Eindhoven. We played at. Oh God, literally no idea where it was.
Magnet.
No, that's Berlin.
Was it a festival?
No, it was a show. It was on the LTA
It
tour.
was, it was near a bar that everyone.
It was a uni show, wasn't it?
I don't know. Sure.
Anyway, yeah, it was shit. Anyway, no one turned up to see us. It was all hardcore kids, and we're not a hardcore band, so
Oh yeah.
fuck Eindhoven.
Oh well, never come back and just
Yeah,
go.
we'll go back there. I just don't think anybody knew who we were, and they didn't like it. They're like, you're not lower than Atlantis, and you're not screaming. I don't like this.
Well, is there anything left you'd like to say to your fans? You can look them in the eyes and say
Look you
something.
deep into your eye, and tell you that I care very deeply about all of your hopes and dreams, and I hope that they come true. And they will come true if you buy our album in January. Thanks, we've been Blitz Kids.